Yeah, if I scream it, then I mean it. When I step in this ring, young and I get inconvenient. Ain't worried about the devil, see we been here fighting demons. Now all of my hitters shining like the suns in Phoenix. Listen, really, you should see this. Let me show you what a lead is, so you can know the difference between me and who you be with. I'm fighting cause I need it, they just rhyming cause
y'all already know who it is, and if you don't know, now you know. It's your boy Blkspida, host of Spida Sports Cave. This is season 2. Season 1, I think it was pretty good, but season 2 is going to be absolutely phenomenal. If you haven't done it already, I want you to go to www.spidersportscave.com. Check out the site, hit us up, follow our links. It's about to go down. Let's go. For the first time in a long time, I was left absolutely speechless. As I walked through the tunnel, there was nothing but chills that came upon me. As I walked through and I saw the band getting ready to play, I just stopped and was amazed. As I continued to walk, I found myself on the field in the middle of 40,000+ people screaming. More chills came. More chills came. My heart began to race faster. The sound of the band. The fans running onto the field. The football team lining up, running out of the tunnel. The pyro lights going off. For that moment, in that moment alone, everything was perfect. Nothing else in the world mattered. Everything was blocked out. I found myself in the midst of greatness, being able to capture the Baylor Bears.
It's finally coming to a point where I need to reach out to someone for help, to admit that I have a problem. And, it's been going on for quite some time. They say the first step is admitting you have a problem, and then getting a plan of action together to try to resolve it and cope with it. And, but I mean, when you go to the store every time and you're buying 3 to 4 bags of these Airhead bites, it's a problem. And I want help. I mean, why not seek out a sponsorship from Airhead so I can keep enjoying them as much as I want, right? So I have a problem.
I'm looking and I'm looking. The top 10 looking good. Hey, if y'all was paying attention this past Saturday, man, it was going down. Saw some great teams in the top 25. Yeah, I saw some bad teams in the top 25 too. UT. But what you're seeing right here, right now, is the top 10. Now, me personally, I look at this top 10 and I just want to point out the 4 obvious. The 4 obvious: Alabama, Oklahoma, Georgia, Ohio State. If I was a bet man, this was the end of the year, those would be my top 4 teams right there. Alabama, cut from a different cloth. Clear number 1 pick. Number 2, it's a toss-up, but I think that the showing that they put on Saturday showed me a lot. OU fans, stand up. I got the OU just running through that entire conference there. And they're going to make it to that number 2 spot. Only thing about the SEC, they might end up knocking each other off, which brings me to my number 3. Number 3, Georgia. I think, in the SEC championship game, it's going to be Alabama versus Georgia again. Alabama going to watch Georgia. Going to knock them off. Number 4, Ohio State. Ohio State got some problem with Urban Meyer, but hey, I understand what you were trying to do, Urban. I do. I got it. I get it. But wrong is wrong, right is right. The court of public opinion got you on that one. But check it out, man. That's my top 4. You tell me what you think, how you feel about it. Next week, you chime in on yours. Make sure you tune in, www.spidasportscave.com. Holla at your boy.
I Train You University, where we build a complete athlete. Located at 1001 East Veterans Memorial Boulevard, the first indoor training facility for all sports, football, baseball, soccer. This is the place that you bring your kids when you want to get the fundamentals of every sport. We start them young, we build them old. That's how we do here at I Train University.
I don't know about you, but I'm excited. I mean, season 2, Spida Sports Cave popping off. We in the building. But more importantly, I'm feeling like a kid on Christmas morning. Football is back. The NFL is back. Even though I don't agree with some of the rules and what's going on, is football is back. The sport that we love, man. And it's popping off with the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Atlanta Falcons. Man, Battle of the Birds. When you look at that Battle of the Birds, I'm like, man, what bird am I going to pick? Am I going to pick that eagle? Am I going to pick that dirty bird, that falcon? I'm going to roll with that falcon. The Super Bowl champs, man, are entering this season 0-1. Then, boom, Sunday rolling in. Boom, boom, boom. Next game, it's a toss-up. I really don't even want to pick nobody. I mean, come on. Buffalo and Baltimore? Baltimore by 10. Next week, I don't even know how Marvin Lewis still have a job. But I guess I'm going to have to go with the Bengals on this one. I just don't really... It's not even too much to say about that game. Battle of the sorriest teams. Now, this is going to be a good one. I mean, on one hand, you got Tom Shady Brady and the New England Patriots versus who could have been the Rookie of the Year last year, but he got hurt. Deshaun Watson in Houston, Texas. I think it's going to be a great game. But being in New England, I'm going to give it to New England by 7. Yeah, I got New England by 7. Now, Tom Coughlin goes back to New York. Jalen Ramsey in that Jags defense. Odell Beckham in the new contract. Saquon Barkley, the phenom out of Penn State. Ooh, this is going to be a good one. But look, man, let me tell you something. I think one of the most electrifying players I've ever watched is 1-3. The boy healthy, he got his money, he coming out the ball. I'm gonna take the Giants by 7. Eli Manning gonna have a good game. Knock on wood. But I got the Giants by 7, man. Hey, look, now this one right here, you might not like what I got to say, but I'm gonna keep it 100. This is the upset game of the week. Cleveland versus Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, they got some issues going on right now with Le'Veon Bell. Pay that man. But in the meantime, while y'all trying to figure all that out, man, Cleveland about to get their first win in the last decade. Boys ain't won a game since 95. But they finna get their first win this week in an upset versus the Steelers, man. All right, moving right along. You got the 49ers and the Vikings. I think the Vikings got one of the best defenses last year, and coming into this year, they're going to be rolling all over again. And I also think that the 49ers has overpaid a quarterback who has produced nothing and getting top dollar. Like, the boy make more money than Tom Brady and has proven nothing. So, yeah, for that game, I'm going to roll with the Vikings, man. I think that the boy Garoppolo is highly overrated. He hasn't proven nothing, and I still think the 49ers got some issues on the offensive line that need to be working out and getting rid of there. Next coming up, man, the battle of the NFC South, and you already know when the Saints come marching in. So I got the Saints in there when the Saints win big by 21. Saints got them by 21. This is one of them games where you just flip a coin, heads, tails, boom, tails, Titans. Titans over the Dolphins. Next game, it's a battle of the seas. I mean, you got the Chiefs, who is being led by a young quarterback, and then you got the Chargers, who's being led by, an old veteran. They signed Antonio Gates back. They got a lot of veteran leadership over there. But I think the youth trumps veteran. So I got the Chiefs winning a close one here. I got the Chiefs winning 21-20. Now, excuse me while I flex a little bit on this one. This might be an upset of the week too. The Dallas Cowboys versus the Panthers. Now let's be completely honest here. The Dallas Cowboys probably got the worst receiving core in the NFL. That's just being completely honest. I mean, I look at their receiving core and I'll be like, I wouldn't, if I was a betting man, I wouldn't bet with none of these guys. But that's a blessing too, because they don't have a true number one receiver. So, as a defensive coordinator, you want to plan around the best two players. So, and then you want to take away the receiving core. So you don't know who really to take away, which is why I'm gonna give the Dallas Cowboys the edge versus the Panthers in this one. So I got the Dallas Cowboys winning in a close one, because we all know the Cowboys cannot win a huge game by a lot of points. I got the Cowboys in this one by 2. The next game coming up, the Broncos and the Seahawks. This is going to be a good one. I like the fact that they got, Griffin starting at the linebacker position. So, based on his story and everything that he went through, man, just to be completely honest, I'm going to have to go with the Seahawks in this one, man. I think it's going to be a great game, but I'm going to go with the Seahawks in this one. I think that the NFC East has the best running back stable in the division in all the National Football League. Adrian Peterson lining up in the Redskin uniform, that's going to spell trouble for that Cardinals defense. Cardinals being led by somebody who's being overpaid at the quarterback position, who hasn't proven anything either. So I'm going to have to go with the Redskins on this one. Redskins, they win a close one. Redskins by 4. Now this game right here, Packers, Bears, Packers. Aaron Rodgers, that's a bad man. Aaron Rodgers is a bad man. He's probably top 5 greatest quarterbacks of all time, man. Versus the Bears, who just got to upgrade at defense and Khalil Mack. Now, I don't think Khalil Mack might be enough for the Bears to win this game. So I'm going to give it to the Packers by 10. Monday Night Football, the first game, probably going to fall asleep. The reason I'm going to fall asleep because who want to watch the Jets and who want to watch the Lions? I mean, you got to be a diehard fan to even want to watch either one of them. So, Jets, man, Jets lose by 17. But this is going to be a good one. So I'm going to wake up after that game, and I'm going to wake up to watch the Rams and the Raiders, the Rams and the Raiders, the Raiders and the Rams. Man, they got Chucky that came in as the head coach for the Raiders, and the Rams then improved more than any team in this entire offseason. The Rams are not playing. But look here, I'm going to take this time to say this. Anytime you can give a coach who has not coached a game of football in 10 years, $100 million to come back and coach, and you can't even pay your top talent, top dollar, and you send him away to another team, that says a lot about your organization, man. Says a lot. The person who's producing you don't want to pay. A coach who really hasn't did anything in his entire career. The best thing he probably did was be an analyst, but I mean, that's about it. But $100 million, you give it to him. I'm going to go with the Rams with this one. The Rams are going to dust off the Raiders. Got the Rams by 17. This right here, Spida Sports Cave pick of the week.
Yeah, if I scream it, then I mean it. When I step in this ring, young and I get inconvenient. Ain't worried about the devil, see we been here fighting demons. Now all of my hitters shining like the suns in Phoenix. Listen, really, you should see this. Let me show you.